So I have a seed pumpkin here that I stored since the summer. It's January now. And I thought I would just open up and see how the seeds look. You see it's starting to rot here a little. So this has been lying for, maybe it's, what can it be, 4 months or something like that. Harvest in October, November. And it's pretty heavy. You're supposed to store them a bit because then the seeds cure, I think. So I only want them for the seeds, but the meat you can also take the meat, of course. It's quite okay. So let's just split it open and see what's in it. It should be quite straightforward. And then I will save the biggest seeds for next year and plant them. And then when these are fresh now, so I've been drying them from other pumpkins just on a board, but it doesn't really work because you need to dry them faster. They dry too slow now. So here we can see these are, so compared to other pumpkins, these are without a shell, so you can eat them. So they grow them a lot in Austria, and it was in the 1800s somewhere, 1900, where they used to peel them. And then one farmer once opened up a pumpkin, and it didn't have the shell, and from there they all come the shellless. It was a mutation, and it's great because you can grow a lot on a per hectare or acre. Like you can get 10 tons of wheat or more, or rye or whatever, corn or whatever. But you have to they are fresh on the land, so you have to take them up and straight away, harvest them straight away, almost. In this case, you can keep them like this. You can just take the pumpkin and store it. I had some rot, those not so nice, of course, but you can store them, and then you can process them whenever you like, and that makes it easier that way. Oh, you see, some are sprouting even. Look at that. So I store this too long. That's kind of cool. They sprout inside. Maybe that's how they do it in nature. Anyway, so but you only get 1 ton per hectare, and per acre it's even less. So these are actually sprouting. If you see it is coming up a new start growing. So maybe those are even more healthy to eat. Anyway, so you get 1 ton per hectare, half per acre, even more, 1.5 sometimes. And then you can press them for this oil, and this oil is, it's supposed to be really good. It's green almost, this oil. And you get even less, but they are about 50% fat, so that's kind of good, and 30% protein. So it's a kind of good protein source like that. If you chew on it, you swallow it, and it goes just through you. So you have to grind them. Not all of them. All of it will be taken up otherwise. And so when you press for oil, then you get maybe half a ton of oil per acre, and it's quite or hectare, and then half on per acre, and it's quite good because compared to other types of oil crops, not as good as chufa, of course, but half of what rapeseed or canola and sunflower give. Plus, you can keep it like this, and you can grow this in areas where the land is kind of uneven. So you just pick up the pumpkins and you carry them. There's a lot of more labor like that. There's machines that do it in the field, but I guess you can also use the meat. This is quite good, tender. I tasted this one and it doesn't taste that bad. They're not done for, or they don't say they are for eating, but I think they're good. You can make a soup on it. So you have some extra like that, and you can harvest over the year, like I'm doing now, or like at least for 4 months, or process. I mean, you can let them lie until it's frost, but after frost they get damaged. I took in some that were during the frost, and the floor was filled with liquid after that, so I don't want to do that. I mean, it wasn't nice to whole floor of this soapy stuff. So take them before the frost, and then you store them inside. You can store them at room temperature. Look at them, so you want to see if there's any scratches or anything that start to rot. And that's like in this case, maybe I should have had them cooler, because now they sprouted here. And then buy the expensive one, the large seed ones. I saw they grow much better. So it's kind of like a law. You get, if you pay more for a few seeds, if you feel it's more expensive, but you get so much more from each seed. So I think it's worth it. And now, I mean, I have so much seeds here. I have for planting again and again and again, and I can sell them if I want or whatever. But I never need to buy again now. So this is your first year. You buy them, and it's kind of good to test here. You see, they work. They sprout, so they will grow again. And so this is the largest pumpkin. I think I just keep the largest pumpkin, or I actually should test for how much it weigh, the seeds and the pumpkin, and get some ratio. Maybe that's the best thing to know what one you would select for. I like the idea of selecting for your own crops now on, the ones that give that you can save seeds from, and those give the most, earliest, and so on, adapted to my climate, will probably be the best seeds to plant next year, and so on, and then select for size, yield, and so on. So I used to show you pretty much. I will scale this afterwards and put in the numbers. Now when I dry them, I will do it in maybe 30 degrees in some mushroom dryer, because when I dry them earlier on a plate just in the room, they turn sour and don't taste so good. So it doesn't go in fast enough in room temperature, and if you heat them up too much, you destroy the oil. So you cannot process the oil. Then it's damaged. So you need to dry them in low temperature if you want to press for oil or keep the good nutrients in them. So a good crop, not the highest yield, maybe 1 ton per hectare, half per acre, 30% protein. It's a good protein source. You can, if you don't like, you can feed it to animals. 50% fat, which is really good. I'm not sure about the fat, if it's like the really good fats or whatever, but it's quite okay. If you press it fresh and you don't heat it up, I guess it's perfect. And then you can eat the meat. There's so much more meat than seeds, of course. So you have it's kind of like you do with sweet potato when you in the oven, the same type of time. I even eat the shell when it's baked in the oven, but it's not recommended, of course. But I don't use any pesticides or anything like that. And you see it's yellow now. It used to be green when I picked them, so I add a photo of that as well. And this is just, I got 6 of these from, this is the largest one, from one plant. And as I said, you can plant them where you cannot grow like the other grain crops, like where it's like along a wall or something like that, because it will spread out, and the vines, or what do you call them, they will go wherever, and they can go where the weeds are, like to the sides, and so it's a kind of really good crop that way. And now you have this that you dry it, and you can store it for a long time. Yeah, so great recommendation for the gardener or homesteader or whatever. Plus the oil is pretty expensive, so you can, if you have a lot of them, dry them, press the oil, you can make a buck. Yeah. So thank you.